Hello techies. Welcome to our brand new video series focused on helping you get the most of your experiences in life. Before we start the video, let's know about Upptalk. Upptalk is a live, interactive platform for software training, furnishing robust personalities who could take on universal business platforms.
And then what is the third step after you have converted it? Or maybe you did not need to convert. Then how will you send it to me? Yeah, an email or shared drive. Email, shared drive. What else? Modern communication methods. WhatsApp link. WhatsApp. Yeah. AirDrop. Yes. If we are close by then, yeah, AirDrop. What about file transfer protocol? Has anyone heard of FTP file transfer protocol? Yeah, we can do that. Secure file transfer protocol, SFTP, right? So these are some transfer protocols. Of course, WhatsApp putting it in a shared drive. They are also acceptable methods. So what are you doing here? What are you doing here? You are sharing the file or you're transporting it. You are sending it to the recipient, isn't it? To the recipient. It can be to one recipient, to me. It can be to multiple recipients as well. Correct. So in this particular case, the example that I asked, the example that we discussed, was it anything to do with computers or Workday or something? It was just a typical information exchange between two parties, between you and me. Correct. And what were the steps involved? If somebody can summarize what were the different steps involved. Search. Then search. Putting down the information into a proper format. Search was. Yes, search was part of it, but can we put a better term for it? So what was the activity that you did? So let's say, we titled this discussion as Information Exchange. So what was the step 1? Data collection. Data collection. Yes. Or in other words, getting the data. Get data. You got the data from somewhere. Data collection. And where did you get the data from? What can we call that thing? Open source. Open source. Can we call that a data source? The source of data. Can we call that you get the data from where? From a data source. Agreed? Yes, no, maybe. So we got the data from a data source. Then what did you do? Then what did you do? Formatting. Right. Or transformation. So you will say formatting as per the recipients. Recipient requirements. Right. Recipients, requirements, formatting, and we can also call it as a data transformation. Right. We transform the data. Isn't it? We transform the data into the format that is expected by the recipient. And then, what did we do? Step 3. Send the data. Right. Send the data or data transfer. Data transfer. Right. Via what? Using what? Using a protocol. Right. Using a protocol. Now let's elaborate on this. Let's say somebody mentioned that we will send it to you via email. Right. So if that is the protocol that we have agreed upon, that yeah, you're going to send the data to me using email. Okay. So now, what would you need to complete the transaction? To send the data to me actually over email. What would you need? I should have some email ID, and I should have internet connection as well. Perfect. So you would need an email address where you can send the information. And, of course, internet connection. If we agreed on WhatsApp, would you need my email address? No. What would you need? That application. Application. Of course you need to have that application on your phone, on your I don't know, maybe on your desktop or some other computing device, and you need the recipient's phone number. Right. If I tell you that, okay, it has to be a shared drive, then would you need the phone number or the email address? No. You need maybe the link and user ID and password, right? If I ask you to put it in a particular shared drive, or maybe if you had access user ID password, like I mentioned. So, and if you do it in your own shared drive, like when you already have the user ID password, you can upload it there and then use a shareable link and send it to me. Correct. That can be another option. So now my point is, depending on the protocol you need different connection parameters. Is it okay to say? So, depending on the protocol selected, you would need different connection parameters. Is it correct to say like, let's say, you all said that if it's an email, you would need my email address. If it was WhatsApp, you would need the phone number. If it was a link, you would need the provider, maybe Google or Microsoft or Amazon something, and you would need the user ID and password. Correct. So, in a simple information exchange, I asked you for some information, and these are the 3 broad steps that we follow to exchange the information. Correct. Another parameter might be, not a step 4, I would say. An additional parameter can be, how often do we need to exchange this information? Isn't it? How often is it a one-time activity, or would you or do I need this information periodically? Maybe once a year, maybe once in 2 years, maybe daily, right? Although the population of all those African countries and the capitals may not change daily. So I mean, even if it does, we may not have the ability to report on a daily basis on the population. The capitals do not change daily. So how often do we need to exchange this information? Again, who will be able to tell this? But who decides this? How often do we need to exchange this information? Recipient and also the sender. Like both of you agree. Both the sender and the recipient agrees how often we need to exchange this information. But this is again mainly driven by the recipient. I tell you. If I am the recipient, I tell you.
Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us at sales@upptalk.com.